What are we
you know, within a week, because we're really low. We did a mini session last night, basically.
We did.
Yeah.
We probably, in fairness, we probably got like 5 from last night.
Yeah, I think, honestly, one of those could be split up, too. I think we might have gotten 6. We'll have to see.
All right.
I mean, we could blow our wad on Carl Jobst on your channel.
Yo, Carl Jobst?
Oh, yeah, that's true. There was
Well,
some
I didn't
news.
watch
There
the
was
whole
some...
video, though, is the problem. I
Yeah,
only watched
I didn't
like
even
10
watch
minutes.
it at all.
I didn't
Yeah.
watch
We
it
could
at
talk
all
about how
either.
little of it we could possibly stand.
I saw it was 2
Zero in
hours.
my case.
I saw it was 2 hours, and I was like, no,
Well-
no.
I got up to where he was talking about how all of his assets were joint, him and his wife, and through the Australian legal system, it's perfectly fine for him to just give it to her, and then Billy can't touch it.
Which
basically,
is illegal here, right?
I don't know. I'm not
think
fucking
that
with
it
my
is.
fucking lawyers.
Yeah.
Pickup artist. He's a hustler.
Yeah. Pick apart. All right, well, we're recording again, so if you
I mean, he was making
Okay, cool.
he was making the case that Billy actually lost money on the lawsuit, which sounds a little bit like I lost money talking about Gerard because of the opportunity cost, but maybe he's right. I don't know. Maybe Billy did lose money.
no, coke.
He might have, but
cool.
he'll always have the win there. Like,
Exactly,
He is
in the
the,
court
that's
of-
his one
Yeah.
court victory is against Carl
Exactly.
Jost.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
Billy's gonna
He'll-
keep tweeting like basically
Endlessly.
teabagging dunks on him the whole time.
Apparently,
I mean,
that's Billy's son, and
endlessly.
Billy has nothing to do with the Twitter, but it's still
That's
very
also
funny.
true. It is still funny. It's still funny, yeah.
Yeah, it's like how what's it? Who's Captain Kirk there?
William Shatner.
William
Oh, the
Shatner.
boomer fight on Red Letter Media.
yeah, his son controls the Twitter, so it was really his son
Oh.
being shitty on the boomer fight. Yeah.
Hayden, did you notice that today, this was not true when we talked last night, that Boomer Tales has over 1,000 views now?
I did notice that. I noticed there's a big spike. I think that thumbnail really resonated with people.
That thumbnail is the house I'm talking about in the clip. That's the actual picture they used to sell it. Yes.
Well, that's some good lore. 35.
Taken with like a
that'll be
shitty digital
$35,000.
camera. Like, it doesn't even look good.
Man. Yeah, talking about houses earlier, I was like, yeah, I wish I had a house, man. Be nice. Yeah. Talking
any
about not
house,
being
man.
able to get into a neighborhood anywhere.
Yeah.
So are we doing the
Shit.
pod?
Some of
this
this
is
might
all
make it
in.
in. Yeah,
We're already in
this
there.
is pretty par for the course for us. We just start recording and then
Yeah.
at some point, but usually we will ramp in a topic. We'll have an introduction. Jason,
We
will
should
do it.
introduce you guys because it's not a given that
Oh, yeah.
people who watch this channel know who you guys
Yep.
are.
That's actually
This
true.
is Frankie above me, EJ to the right of me. These are Red Cow Arcade. You're gonna have to edit us in that way now. You're gonna have to make sure.
I
that
guess
we're
so.
oriented
Like
the
right when
way
you
on
said
my
that, I was
screen.
like, man, I guess I'm gonna have to. I know how I'm gonna arrange it.
But then
You
you
have
could
to.
rearrange mid-pod.
That's true. I could animate.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right. I could put a little effort into this one.
You can shuffle
Yeah.
us around. We're just like floating. Like you leave the tween in the keyframe.
You're right. Or yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
we're circling the whole time, or there's this just kind of general nebulous movement.
There's no rules here. This is a much nicer space.
That is nice. It is nice having no rules, really.
Yeah.
No style guides.
It's freeing. Yeah, no. I don't think we would have still done it because it really doesn't take too much time. You know, we have the recording and the thumbnails is the largest task.
Yeah.
And it's also been kind of cool to get experience making more thumbnails because if you're like Jason or I, we don't make a lot of thumbnails because our videos don't come out that frequently.
You only make
And
so
then-
many videos, yeah.
Yeah, and being able to do this has made it now it's just no big deal. It's
Thumbnail a
been-
day. Yeah.
Jason's got a scrappiness to his thumbnails. He
You can tell.
I think he's tuned into the audience doesn't necessarily want a polished thumbnail. And I have found now I don't know if it's because he'll edit for Red Cow Arcade from time to time. Actually quite a bit. I think this year you've done over 10.
I don't keep track, so who knows?
I do.
I like
But
the Carl Jobst one.
I don't know if it's because you're selecting like topics that people just want to watch, but your videos have tended to perform a little bit better. And I wonder if some of those, because you've like put in some meme-ish material, like EJ with sunglasses, smoking a cigar.
I was hoping you would shoot that one down, but you ran.
Why?
So, I don't know.
I was hoping I put in
It's a
effort
work
and
of
you
art.
stopped.
Listen, I know I crossed the line on this one. All
It
right.
belongs in a museum.
I was like, because it's true. I shoot down thumbnails all the time, but
Well, because
not
I
normally
knew
Jason.
in that
I feel
thumbnail.
like Jason is onto something most of the time.
in that thumbnail, I knew that this was one of the L takes you wanted to like leap into, because people were, I would say it wasn't a majority. It was just a very vocal, like 10% of people were really mad about the Switch 2 and really mad about the pricing and really mad about what Nintendo was doing. And
we were
they would not
yeah.
shut up about it. They were in my comments. I streamed around that time, and they
we're
were
like, we
a few
bought
people
two.
were-
We love buying the Nintendo Switch 2.
Exactly.
We bought
So
them.
I wanted to
We're the
just make
dipshit
like a thumbnail.
millennials that caused the
Exactly.
prices to be the way they are in the first place.
We
be
don't
like-
even know what money is. We'll buy
Exactly.
it. We went on Klarna for DoorDash.
We're well established in our careers.
EJ and I both have 2 Switch 2s.
Nice.
Well,
I
EJ's
mean-
only got the one. He
I only
yeah,
have
he
one.
did.
And I paid
sold
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, he paid
But
me for the services.
he made getting a Switch. He was basically my Klarna for Switch 2.
I
He made it
also
very
learned. I also learned that if you try and copy and paste a $100 bill into Photoshop, it just says no. It's like, I'm not
Really?
doing this.
Oh,
Yeah, it actually denies you.
It's like
You need to be a little sneaky about it.
You're trying to do crimes.
Exactly. Like, they're not having it. It's so
Well, that's
strange.
definitely AI, right? Because there's no way prior to AI it would have been able to identify something that's likely.
There would
was
have been
reverse
ways. I
image
feel like
search type
Yeah.
stuff.
I feel like a
Yeah.
computer program in 1991 could have sussed it out. So like, I don't think we
maybe.
needed AI for that.
Sometimes
Clippy
I
could've.
wonder. I wonder about copyright detection from time to time. So I've just edited a video where it was very necessary for me to use a segment of Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't want the world
Okay.
to see me.
Yeah,
I
finally.
know everything. And I used a lot. There's a performance of that song that's like in the pouring rain. It's so fucking melodramatic, and I needed to
Awesome.
use that. Needed to
Awesome.
use that, and I did use about 17 seconds of it, and it wasn't happening on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you know what? It was such an important edit to me. I was willing to take the hit and not monetize the video. There have been a few times where I've made that decision. I'm like,
Yeah.
fine, as long as it's not getting blocked in any territories, whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah.
But in this case, it was like blocked in some territories. So I was like, well, I can't have Norway
Oh, what
not
are the
see
ones?
this video, or whatever. But I tried to get clever. I took because there's like 3 verses, and I found like I would cut on the drums,
Cut 'em.
and I'd bring in one of the other verses so that it would kind of trick the copyright filter. Didn't work at all.
Really?
And I found that I did a review of like one of the scenes from Lord of the Rings one time, and I'd cut back to me for a while without going back to the footage, and later I'd go back to it, and it seemed to understand that like, oh no, you're using like a continuous, you're kind of reacting to this video. Cutting it up didn't make a big difference. In other words, I had to get very clever and choppy with that one. But it just makes me wonder. I'm like, how does it, like, what kind of fingerprint is it reading that it knows what you're up to? It must be pretty sophisticated.
My
It has to
instincts are to speed up, slow down before like weird cuts. Be like, all right, we'll try like 90 speed. We'll try 110 speed. Maybe that'll like get past it.
Do you ever get tripped up with game footage, Jason?
No. Game footage, nobody gives a shit.
People
it's
don't
always
care, right?
music. It's always music. Always music.
music.
Always. It's every single time it's music.
Well, one time it was something from an old cartoon, right?
Oh, those motherfuckers. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
WWE and like weird old cartoons sometimes too.
WWE.
It was when I
WWE,
reviewed
Madness.
like it was probably like 3 years ago at this point, but I reviewed a King Arthur game on Super Nintendo, and it was based on a King Arthur cartoon from the 90s. And I used, I don't know, 10 seconds with no sound, and those fuckers actually like blocked the video over that crap. I had to like trim it out.
Wow.
And it wasn't even like when the video, it wasn't detected at posting. It was like years later. It was like a year or two later.
That's
Those
annoying.
fuckers got me for that. So, I don't know.
Should I tell the story on your podcast? Because it would be a little bit better hidden here.
Excellent.
What,
Yeah,
what
let's hear it.
story?
Should I tell the story about, I won't say the guy's name. You know who he is.
Oh, the guy who's not going to be on Slavapalooza? Damn.
No. Well, I could tell that story too.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what
That's another
story.
really
Wow, we're
good.
getting
I
lots
can
of
give
lore
you- I can
over
give you
here.
a really good exclusive about a bad Slav experience.
No, okay, that's what I thought you meant, but I don't know what you mean.
No, I'm talking about the guy who we made fun of him in a video for 4 seconds. We cut to him for 4 seconds.
Oh, yes, this guy. Yeah.
He's getting
That
more
was-
recommends.
For the record,
That was
I
a
have
saga.
no idea who you guys are talking about, but I'm so excited to listen. So I'm seated. Let's get into it. I love
It's
drama.
a doozy.
He threatened to sue, didn't he? He was like,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
I'll
Sue?
sue you over,
Well, look,
an
yeah,
impression. You did a fucking impression. He was gonna sue you over that. It was fucking all right. You tell the story.
It was a video about James Rolfe. And it was about a certain kind of backlash against James Rolfe. The reason I'm not bringing him up is because like I don't need to be in a fight with this guy, okay?
No.
But let's pretend that this happened, okay? How about everything I'm about to say is
Yeah.
completely false?
Yeah.
It's a fictional anecdote.
Yes.
And yeah, we cut to him for 4 seconds, and I did a little impression of him, making fun of him. I don't know him. He stumbled upon the video, and he was very pissed off. Very
Yeah.
fucking pissed off.
That's crazy.
Why was he so pissed off? And I got a real nasty gram. I was in the middle of, before I got the email, the video got taken down.
Oh.
He
Yeah, how
claimed
was
it.
he able to abuse copyright to get that taken down?
Wow.
Because
Yes,
you,
anybody can. Because
Yeah, that's
when
stupid.
you claim copyright, if you've ever done it before, have you ever done it before?
No.
yes.
I've done it for, there's been, like, in the earlier days of YouTube, there'd be these, I don't know, like, people overseas that just upload everything. And so they would, there would be some low view video of mine that, or there was like some box
Well,
max that just got re-uploaded.
Well, that happened to me one time. Is somebody literally just re-uploaded my video, but it was like a really shitty reaction. It was just like their face in the corner, them not adding anything, and like,
Yeah.
And it was in my, because YouTube will like feed you when they detect your video and something else, and I'm like, you know what?
Wow.
I think I will take this down. 'cause
Was he a
I'm
loser?
offended
Was he
at
like,
how
like sweaty and not saying anything?
Yeah, I'm offended at how bad this reaction is. So I'm gonna take it down. That's basically what happened.
So he was pissed. And I mean, Jason, you've seen the video. It was inoffensive.
Oh yeah, I'd say so.
I mean, in
It was
the
a light
scheme of-
rib. It was like, get off the internet if you can't take how light a rib this was.
Right.
Yeah.
So first the video gets torn down. Like, so it's like, hey, your video is no longer on the internet. Like that's the first thing that happens.
Yeah.
And I go to check it out. Yeah. So when you file a copyright claim, you can decide what you want to do if and YouTube just assumes you're right when you do
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
And they put you through a little process. You fill out a form. You sign with your legal name, right? You're like, you put down a legal address when you do this. So you're like, I'm legally me, because it could lead to a lawsuit. Because there's this thing called federal copyright law, and you're exercising your rights under that law that YouTube is honoring, and so they just assume that you're correct, and then if you're wrong and the person wants to appeal it, then you guys can do that in a court of law. So, right, that's basically where they're coming from. Now, most of the time, people will, or the auto detectors or the Disneys or the whatevers, they don't normally just rip the whole video down on you. They'll say like, blocked in these
Monetization, yeah.
territories, or they'll say you can't monetize.
Yeah, they'll just
or
claim the revenue. That's
they'll claim the
standard
revenue
practice.
if it's music. And what's really nice is now there's the YouTube editor. You can go in, you can snip out the
Yeah.
10
That's
seconds.
so nice. It's
Yeah.
such a nice tool. Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise you lose all your upload, all your views, all your comments. I've always thought, geez, like just let me swap out the whole video and
Yeah.
keep all the metadata. Like,
Yes. Yeah. Like, let me make a more elegant cut.
yeah, just let
Yeah.
me do it. But
Yeah.
I think probably for legal reasons they don't want Carl Jobst able to get out of
Yeah.
Yeah, or they don't want you bait and switching. Like you make the video something and it gets a bunch of views, and they switch it for something
And you
else.
change it to
there's
something
probably-
completely different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they want you to put a stake in the ground on but they let you do this snip. So that's normally how it goes, but you can go very aggressive with it. You can say like, no, there's during second, at 10:08 to 10:12, there's a clip of me, and it's my property. It's from one of my videos. Take it down. You can do that, and that's what happened. Then I get an email that's like, you did this without my permission. And it was, and by the way, he accusing me of like bigotry for having done it. That was part of the accusation.
It
So
was
he
that
starts
type
with
of guy
the
who were like
claim and
everything
then
is viewed
emails?
through that lens.
Yeah, he claimed it and then sends me the email, and he goes,
Not a good way to start. Yeah.
if you issue a public video apology, I'll consider.
Never gonna
My
happen.
God.
Never gonna happen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so we were shooting a box Mac at the time. Were you there, EJ?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I started like drafting an email, amongst
Oh
friends.
my God.
And so they were able to help me, curate it a little bit. I work a professional job. I can write a
Yeah.
professional email. And but you were saying, okay, this is important. So he takes down the video. You can then go into YouTube system, and you can say, no, this is fair use, or you can appeal it, combat it, whatever. And this is the cool part. They'll go, okay, and they'll put your video back up if he does then not respond within, I think it's 48 hours or something like
Yeah.
that. Maybe longer than that. I don't remember. It could be like 7 days, actually. Some period of time. If they don't respond. So it's a good system, because if it's just some corporate entity that's just nailing stuff, then you have some reprieve. You can be like, this is fair use, fuck you. And then the video will go back up at least. And the only way that he can respond in a way that will make it so that they don't put it back up is if he then produces evidence to YouTube that he's suing you. That's the only way. So then he has to now go to YouTube and say, well, no, keep it down. I'm suing the guy. Now, I don't think there's any such thing as copyright law in like any states. So it's a federal lawsuit at that point. You have to file with the federal government. Like, it's a big deal. Like, you're not going to
Kind
do
of
it
a lot over
it's
4 seconds.
It's going to cost you money. 4 seconds, you ain't going to win,
Yeah, you have to hire
on,
a lawyer.
And in this case, it's a commentary channel. We were making commentary. The clip was there to substantiate a point that was being made. It's fair use to the letter of the law. Like, there's no fucking question about it.
Yeah.
4 seconds of video. So I responded very politely saying just that, basically.
Yeah.
And I knew it was going to make him mad because he was already pretty hot.
Oh man, this is the most unbelievable part of the story. But yeah.
So we were all kind of waiting to see what was going to happen because, I don't think I'm going to get sued, but I'd rather
You're not
get
prepared for this twist, Hayden. Like you're
I'm
not
not.
even like
Okay.
You're not
you're
prepared.
sitting
Let me
down.
brace myself,
but,
right?
Yeah.
Well, we're checking him out on social media.
Oh my God.
And
You guys are laughing like I'm real. This has been built up at this point.
Oh, we can't build it up enough is the problem.
Yeah.
he had a
Right.
stroke.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're laughing, but like
Frankie made him
this
have
is
a stroke.
Okay, this is like a year later, and he's fine now. Like he
Okay.
like everything's good
not a
now.
year
He's
later.
good.
It's like-
He's good.
it's
It was,
like
it was a
6 months
mild
later.
stroke.
Gotcha.
But over this situation, like this, Frankie pissed him off so mad with like a little impression that he actually had a stroke.
No, well,
So
it's probably not
obviously
related.
lots of other factors and potentially unrelated, totally. But that is still kind of wild. So I guess the lawsuit was on
It
hold.
blew
but-
our minds.
Yeah.
We're like,
What's
oh,
crazy, though, is the
is this from
stroke.
is this from months ago? Is it like, are we reading this right? Like, there's photos
No.
from the hospital, and he's
No,
making
it was
content
the
from
timeline added up.
Yeah, he's taking their photos. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
he's
was
making-
amazing though is that like this is like how the story concludes because this gave him like a come to Jesus moment where he went to you, right? And he was like,
Yeah, not
I
Jesus
think I was a little well, he came to his atheist god or whatever moment where and then he came back to you where he's like, "You know what? I think I was being an asshole about this." And you kind of reconciled after this.
Yeah, so he then sent me an email that was like, "Listen, the truth is I had a stroke." and I'm sorry. Just God help me if he ends up watching and it becomes a whole thing all over again. I'm not laughing at you having a stroke. I'm laughing at the absurdity of the situation.
It is absurd. Yeah.
But he was like, I had a brush with death and mortality since the last email, which was 12 hours ago. But like it just happened. And
Yeah.
he's like, I'm sitting here in a hospital wondering why I'm getting bent out of shape about some little video. I know that you're, a man of faith, Frankie. I've actually, to be honest with you, I've watched a bunch of your videos, and I think you guys are cool, and I think that the videos are really cool. And
Man.
I was agreeing with most of what you said, and I just got really hurt by what got cut in there. And
I can understand getting hurt, and also I'll say this: I've recognized about myself with anger, because sometimes I get angry. It's not yeah, I know, right? Even me, right? We all feel it. Usually when I get angry, it's not even really at the situation or the person. It's external factors and the pressure of those. And then there's just a moment where you snap and you feel it wash over you when like that kind of anger. Not like I'm mad about this, but from a reasoned perspective, but the kind of like the traffic anger where it's like, I feel it like a blanket kind of coming down over me. And it's just like, whoa, I need to just not do anything. Just cool down.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Happens
Yeah.
on the road mostly, I'll be honest. But yeah.
Really? You're that kind? Dude.
Oh yeah, dude. I get upset, and I don't anymore.
I've never been mad while I've been driving.
de-escalate.
It's never happened.
Yeah,
I'm just
moms
the
always say
opposite.
I'm overstimulated. Sometimes I get a little overstimulated. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm a little bit like, hey. That's like 5 people at once, please. Please.
Yeah, no, I'm bad with too much at once, and so like when people get mad at me or when people get mad around me these days, I just kind of try and remind myself that it's honestly probably not personal, and there's a lot going on. Sometimes people are just assholes, though. So
Yeah, I
You
mean,
gotta-
I was
yeah.
like, well, hey, maybe that stroke was coming on in the first place, or something. I don't know.
yeah,
Like,
no,
yeah,
it might have
who
been.
knows?
Yeah.
Could have been agitation because your health is not that well.
Oh well, so when I had first replied, I said, "Tell
The
you
King
what."
of the Hill episode where that happens.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the new ones, by the way.
Oh, I have.
Are they any good?
I thought they were excellent. Hayden refuses to watch them, though.
You told me that the first one you didn't like.
The first one was bad. It got better as it went along. By the end,
Okay,
they were
okay.
excellent.
Excellent.
I may watch. I may
that's
watch
pretty
if
I think the back, 5 episodes are really good.
the thing is, I didn't like King of the Hill after season 6. So like those
Yeah.
middle seasons. But if this is more like the original show in
It's
terms of just
definitely
like,
not more like the original. It's its own thing in a good way.
there's these middle seasons though, they do this thing where they get like too crazy. Like it's not real life anymore. Like there's just crazy things happening. Is this like a real life grounded experience?
Depends on the episode.
Okay.
A couple are pretty crazy, but some of them are really grounded.
I may give it a shot. Yeah.
I love the one in the original series when people are sitting in their seats at church, and so they go church shopping because they're so pissed off. It's so fucking funny.
Oh man.
So just to wrap it out, my reply to his first email when he was like, the only way I'm putting your video back up is if you issue a public apology. I was like, I will not be doing that. However, since you obviously don't want to be part of our video, since you obviously don't want to be referenced, I'm willing to snip out the 4 seconds. So release me from copyright hell and I'll go snip out the 4 seconds. So I made that offer, and a lot of my friends and stuff are like, "Don't do that. Fuck this guy." They're and I was like,
But they're not the ones who have to directly deal with it. I get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like that guy. I'm like, yeah, fuck that guy. But then it's like,
Yeah.
well,
yeah.
yeah.
It's easier for them to say. So that was my offer. And then he comes back. He's like, look, I'm not going to be mad at this. Whatever. Here, I've released it. And I was like, all right, well, I ought to make good on my promise and go snip it out. And I go to do it, and YouTube wouldn't let me. There was the editor thing wasn't available. I'm trying in an incognito mode. I couldn't do it. And then I was like, hey, I don't know if I need to wait 48 hours or something, but I'll do it when it lets me. And he's
Yeah.
like, don't worry about it. And then, it never was possible. So
Really?
Yeah,
So they
it's
locked it down? Is that because of the claim?
Had to have
yeah,
been.
maybe that locked it up. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, 'cause it locked out the editor for some reason, and there's no way to do it.
It's never happened to me.
That's that. I mean, do you want the bad slob story?
No,
Let's
we're
do
good.
that
We're
too.
good.
Oh, we're good.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
we'll do it. All right, bad slobs.
said no.
I'm the twist is on the bad slob. It's me. It's me, baby.
So Jason is a piece of shit.